Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. We've flown to yet another Friday. Sometimes it feels like our spaceship is set to hyperdrive because time moves so fast. But here we are discussing more awesome Nintendo Switch news, including Bowser back at his bad boy antics once again, Nintendo losing grip on the top spot, what's going on, and of course, we need to discuss the big fake leaks that hit Nintendo Switch and how they happened, because this was fascinating and should be an eye-opening experience for all of us. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hope you're all doing well, getting ready for your weekends, getting ready to kick it, maybe watch the Super Bowl, check out some new movie trailers, and hopefully rest. I am not feeling all that great, but I had to bring you the show, okay? I teed up, and that means I drank like 3 cups of tea, and I'm ready to give you the best 9 minutes I got. With Valentine's Day right around the corner, maybe you're looking for your own player too. And if you are, what better way than to set yourself up with a snazzy new controller from my friends at PDP. Their controllers are so fun with swappable faceplates, customizable paddles, and great feeling sticks and triggers. Plus the best part is, with my coupon code in the description down below, you can grab your second player controller for only $25, which feels a lot better on the wallet than Nintendo's Pro controller, and you got the potential to make this thing perfect for whatever game you buy next. So make sure to click the link in the description down below. Every time you do, it helps support the channel, and I'm telling you, this is a controller purchase you won't regret. All right, let's kick it off with some interesting new details, because Pokemon Legends Arceus took the top spot in the January NPDs. Now that's not surprising, but it's cool because the NPDs don't even include digital sales, and Pokemon still reign supreme with one SKU. Normally, they double box it up. They didn't here, and they still beat out Call of Duty, Madden, and God of War from 2018 as players prep for the PlayStation sequel. Now, what's more intriguing here, though, is that Nintendo fell. I've reported before that Nintendo usually just takes the crown, and we barely mention it because they just always take the top console spot. But this month, Nintendo dropped down to the bronze tier, taking third place for the first time in forever. PlayStation 5 won in terms of dollars and units, and Xbox came in second, bumping Nintendo all the way down to third. And I wonder why, because they had the top game, a brand new big game that probably got players to buy the system, considering how cool Pokemon Legends Arceus looked, and it's basically like the first really awesome brand new Switch Pokemon that's doing something totally different. So I think the explanation here has to be shortage. I think there just weren't enough Switches out there, and after the holiday season and all the hype around Black Friday deals and Christmas shopping, they probably couldn't get enough Switch back on the shelves to supply demand for the launch of Pokemon Legends Arceus. I just don't see it working out any other way. How do you have the top game, but you magically drop to the third spot? The chip shortage is everywhere, and it's clearly affecting Nintendo even here in 2022. Oh boy. Kingdom Hearts on Switch was supposed to be a celebration. We posted some gameplay before showing how it just does not run all that well, and we know the whole cloud conundrum. Well, Nintendo mentioned it at their Direct, and the games are now out there, and they're more problematic than I thought possible, because players are reporting that they can't even get the games to load in docked mode. Apparently, the Kingdom Hearts collection is just crashing and closing and straight up not working. And we're not talking about internet disconnects or problems with latency, we're just talking about the games themselves are busted. To make matters even weirder, Square Enix announced that they launched a day one patch for the Kingdom Hearts collection on the cloud. They're patching these games that are supposed to be running elsewhere so that we get the best experience possible on our Switch, and instead it sounds like the worst experience. So if you're a cloud naysayer, you just got significantly more ammunition to rain on these companies' parades. Because if it's not internet problems and lag on the cloud, it's now crashes and closures. Just totally unacceptable for Kingdom Hearts games that are charging a premium price when it's available for so much less elsewhere. Now, I hate to say it, but to me, the Kingdom Hearts release on Switch is a colossal failure, and it's completely unrecommendable until they really fix things up. And even then, they need a price drop to make this more palatable, and it sucks because it should be a great day. We got Sora and Smash, we get his games on Switch, and instead, they're just a giant mess. Let me know if you picked up Kingdom Hearts and regret it, or if you're having a great experience. I'd love to hear that too. I'm sure some people are enjoying the game and are playing okay, but yeah, this just does not cut it. All right, we got a new gimmick here. Every time we talk about Dougie Bowser, we're gonna don the Bowser hat. So in this Bowser's brouhaha, Dougie B battled with himself. Doug Bowser took Gary Bowser to court, and he got sentenced to 40 months in prison. All right, if you're keeping track, that's over 3 years in the slammer for illegally creating and selling devices to hack video game consoles such as the Switch. Now, this evil Bowser has been busted for over $10 million that he supposedly needs to pay back. Don't know how that's going to happen, especially since he's now going to be stuck behind the castle walls for 3.5 years. Now, this news comes on the heels of Nintendo copyright striking thousands of YouTube soundtrack videos from their games, and we know the Nintendo ninjas don't let anybody mess with them. If you try to mess with Nintendo, they're coming back for you. And the moral of the story is when it's Bowser versus Bowser, Bowser always loses. You know, Switch leaks can be really great. They can give us super exciting keyholes into the development plans and progress over there at the big end. They can get our hype and hope rolling for a game that may not release for a number of months or even years. But there is a dark side to leaks, and today it hit Nintendo Switch. Now, I find this absolutely fascinating, but please let me know your take in the comments down below, because this one is wild. Now look, at SwitchForce here, we try to really go deep and find out where the leak comes from, what their record is, do they have a good history, and give you the reports that make the most sense and have the most chance of being accurate. We're not just pulling things from Twitter left and right, but today I need to tell you about somebody who did just that. All right, there was a very interesting new leaker that popped up for this most recent Nintendo Direct. Now, this Direct was interesting because there was so much anticipation for it, and yet nothing had really leaked. None of the major players really had like a big tell-all before the show kicked off, and it was nice. We got super surprises like Mario Strikers Battle League, and they brought the big guns in Fire Emblem and Xenoblade, and even a brand new Nintendo Switch Sports. Now, after the fact, Super Sleuths wanted to go back and see if there was anyone actually in the know about this awesome Direct. And they found an unknown Twitter account that got it all right. You see, Waddle Dee knows over on Twitter, he called everything. All the expected reveals, all the surprise reveals, and even third-party stuff like Valve bringing the Portal Companion Collection to Nintendo Switch. This guy got it all right. And we're excited for Kirby and the Forgotten Land, but this dude forgot nothing. Now, some got a bit suspicious. How could he have known everything? And then that picture became very clear. Now, this was an experiment being conducted on us, the hardcore Switch fans, because Waddle Dee Knows tweeted this account was an experiment to see how easy it is to fake it and make it. Yeah, I guessed everything in the Direct and deleted the stuff that didn't show up. I then said weird stuff to catch people off guard, like Encanto, or tell them what they want to hear with GoldenEye. So Waddle Dee Knows knew he could play everyone. He actually tweeted out tons of things that might happen at the Nintendo Direct, and because his account was unknown, nobody noticed when he deleted all the things that were inaccurate. And this goes to show you how somebody over on Twitter can gain instant popularity and become in the know, become a leaker. And it's why you have to be very careful. Now, Waddle Dee Knows continued to reveal his expert charade, stating, "I wanted to see how easy this was, and unfortunately, it's very easy. 2,007 hours, 2,000 followers in less than half a day. VGC claimed to be an expert source, but report on some Twitter account they didn't even attempt to verify. And yeah, Video Games Chronicle, a well-respected, liked publication, one that I really enjoy reading from, they reported on Waddle Dee Knows and said mysterious Twitter account revealed most of the Nintendo Direct announcements 2 days before the presentation. Who Waddle Dee Knows really was. He said, "I hope this can become an example to not randomly trust faceless anonymous profiles." And I think he has a point there. It's a little bit sly how he went about this, but he did make a very good point in showing how one can go from no name to Nintendo Whisperer in a matter of hours and even get big gaming websites to take you seriously. And that, my friends, is the danger of Nintendo Switch leaks. You gotta source it. You gotta look at the history. You gotta find out if the leaker is in fact credible, and you gotta be very wary of mysterious new Twitter accounts that pop up and claim they know everything about Nintendo, because it's almost assuredly true that they're completely false. Now, obviously, there are some insiders that do know exactly what they're talking about, and will continue to focus on those folks. But in today's day and age, it's very easy to plant a fake and make it look fantastic. So let me know your take on all of this in the comments down below. And hey, I gotta give kudos to Nintendo for keeping this Direct locked down. Nothing really leaked at all. And that's super impressive. Even Waddle Dee, he didn't know nothing. Nobody did. And so we got to enjoy this direct perfectly, naturally, organically, and for exactly what it was. Now that's what was, but let's talk about what's coming up. Today's poll is all about the Super Bowl. Any of you gonna watch the big game this weekend, whether for the Rams or the Bengals, or maybe just to spot some super sweet new movie trailers? I'm excited to see the Nope trailer. I'd love Mario to make a debut or Avatar 2, but that's wishful thinking. 33% said you're gonna turn it on, 67% said no, you're not. For me, I think I'll inevitably watch a little bit of it, but I definitely won't make it the focal point of my weekend. Whatever you choose to do though, I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. I hope you enjoy yourselves, and I hope you're staying safe, staying healthy, staying happy, and staying positive out there. I appreciate you all so much. Thanks for supporting me throughout the entire week, throughout every week, and as we make our quest for 250 episodes of GMM, and then onward to 300, because like I said at the top, time moves fast, and before you know it, we'll be there. Until then though, I love you, my friends and family. I appreciate you even more. SwitchForce out.